Hey, welcome back to Gone Gliding. This is Jason, and today I have my 4th hang gliding lesson here at the south side of the point of the mountain. This is what I'm launching off of. This is my training hill, and if you look right about here is, I think, about 200 feet up. This is about 300 feet up, and so I've been, I don't know, maybe 100 feet up, right around this area. That's where I'm launching off of today on lesson 4. I got to meet another student today, Mike, and so we took turns doing our lessons. He was on lesson 10, so he's launching up a little bit higher than I am today. Today was really great. We still had some winds from the southwest, and it got a little bit squirrely that our instructor wanted to call it a little bit early today, but I think I got around 8 to 10 flights in, which was great. So thanks for watching, and like or subscribe and come fly with me. All right, so here we already got the hang glider set up for the day, and just looking at all the paragliders flying around and trying to see how they're reacting in the air, looking to see if there's anything bumping them around or just, you know, how it's treating them. Because one of the things I'm trying to do is look more at the weather. So this is the forecast the day before, and it'll say surface, 11 to 24 mile an hour gusts. This is another app saying 3 to 11 with gusts up to 30 around noon. And then this is the morning of, so it's kind of showing where the wind speeds were, and just checking it a little bit later as well, checking for the forecast. So this is just something I'm really trying to pay attention to, looking at the weather the night before and the day of. In multiple different apps, I'm using the iPhone weather app as well as the Cloudbase app, and just kind of comparing the two and seeing, you know, how accurate is the forecast to what actually happens. This here is the Apple iPhone weather app. I really like the wind section because it'll show where the wind is gusting at all these different areas, so you can kind of see through the topography of the mountains how the wind is being treated as the sun rises in the morning. This was at 7 a.m. That I was watching this, and it's showing my, you know, current location there at the south side of point of the mountain, showing the winds coming from the southeast direction at 7 miles per hour. And that's, you know, pretty much exactly what I want. And so it's just good to pay attention to.
Eyes on target.
And now we're flying.
Right a little bit. All right, nicely done.
I think a good target's going to be kind of in between that first container on the right and the pair next to it.
Okay.
Take some time right now to let the glider balance. But when it feels like the wind's helping, let me know.
Yeah, I'm just keeping the nose down a little bit so it's not lifting it as much.
How's that feel?
Yeah, feels good. Launching.
Bring on that speed. Keep it on that target. Hard right. Good. That's enough. Wait for it. All right. Good save at the end there. Nice launch. I think wind did turn you a little bit there. Did a good job adjusting for that. Then yeah, you noticed at one point it got pretty good off course. You did a good job keeping an idea where your target was. Really strong input coming back. Notice how you can kind of feel how much of a difference having that little bit of speed makes in terms of having the glider listen to you. That was great. And then yeah, you did get it back on track. We were still a little bit in the right bank as you were touching down. So that's another example of where having just that little bit of speed a little bit longer, as you get down to the ground, you're going to be able to fix that turn a little bit easier. Notice you're having to kind of steer and start running. If you allow your focus to be a little bit more on the glider, we're going to be able to fix that easier and make the landing a little bit easier for you. But you were able to kind of figure out the situation and make that work pretty well there. So nicely done.
As the glider descends, as you're getting back near the ground, start letting it out again. What you want to avoid doing is being like, oh, I'm too high, looking down and bringing it back in. Worst thing that could happen is if we are at stall, it's going to try to recover, which means it's going to drop really rapidly. There's not going to be any ability to cushion yourself afterwards.
Okay.
Mike caught that before that, right? So you're able to see, brought it brought it in a little bit, started accelerating down, but at the end was able to cushion a little bit. If you just leave it out, even if you're 20 feet in the air and stalled, the glider's gonna go down slower than if you bring it back in. And then if you have anything left, if you caught it in time, just right as you get to the ground, you can get rid of the rest of it.
Okay.
Right? Big thing is, once we're in that round out, the bar's only going in one direction, right? If we get hit by a bump and it feels like it's trying to rip it out of our hands, kind of hold on to it, right? But we're not pulling it back in.
Okay.
Because we're already about as low as we want to go.
Okay.
Awesome.
Keep that speed. Keep your eye on that target. Letting it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. Nice.
Okay, launching.
Hard left. Pull in a little bit. Pull in, pull in, pull in. Notice it started listening. Very good. Keep that speed. Keep that speed. Keep that speed. Hold on to it. Back to the right. Alright. Very nice looking flight there. I had that first turn start happening. I really like seeing you were able to identify it and that you were working to correct it. Notice how much of a difference, once you brought that bar in a little bit, that made, and how you're almost immediately able to get the glider start going back on track. That was really good. Coming into the ground, heard me repeatedly encouraging you to keep on the speed. You did that really well. I think you heard me say to make a little adjustment as you were coming in, and then you just kind of held that speed almost into the ground. So just all you really had to do there was just at those last little moments before you touched down was start letting that bar go. Good trick for that. It's really hard to do that if we're looking right at the ground where we're gonna touch down. Try to look out forward, and that can make it a little easier to let it away from you. You may have been doing that, but yeah, just we can kind of recognize that the ground is going to be noisy and distracting. And just as you're getting there, if you can remember that amount of control you have, that ability to keep yourself off the ground, you can make that landing that much more gentle. Obviously, it was a safe landing, and it was reasonably gentle. We can just make it easier.
And the objective on this one's to have fun.
Okay.
So once it feels balanced, let me know.
Feels balanced there.
All right, have fun.
Launching. Launching.
And just hold on to that. Eyes up, hard left. That's enough. Keep that speed, hard right. Keep that speed, keep that speed. All out. Alright. Really smooth looking one on that one. So a little delayed on the controls. I think you're focused on the pitch control. What I'm seeing is I think in doing that roll control, you're allowing yourself to come back. So if you're noticing you're having to pull back in as you're doing your input, try to do that input in a way that you're maintaining the pitch where you want it and doing the roll independently of it. Because if you notice on that one, all those controls are smooth. It definitely looked intentional. But you know, it's kind of the common thing with those roll controls where you were having to bring it in as you were doing them. So if you can just kind of maintain that good speed you had at the start there, it makes those happen a little quicker. It's a little easier to do them proportionally. So focus on the pitch control on that one. So I think that's why you notice there's a little bit of an over control left and right, which is great. You're doing those. Really liking you're able to recognize that quickly. We never got too far out of whack. And then, yeah, focus was on getting the glider going straight. Definitely got rid of all your energy for the landing there. That looked really good. We were just in a situation where it would have been really hard to do all of that and have our feet in the right place. Yeah, nice looking flying.
All right, so our target's going to be kind of that first group of paragliders.
Okay.
Wait until it feels good and balanced.
Radio check.
And wait until you feel a cycle that you like and let me know.
Yeah, it's a good lift right now. Okay, launching.
That's the way out. Very good. Nice looking flight there. Notice you got a little out of whack. What I really liked about that was you looked like you were in full control that whole time. Glider got a little off course and you got yourself back on course really well. Flew through a pretty sharp thermal there. Notice it tries to pull that bar away from you. If you don't have to necessarily pull in more through it, but you can resist letting it take the bar away. Because you notice it raises you up, it takes that pitch out, and then there's some momentum to that happening. And when it comes back, you probably noticed the pitch got a lot lighter really suddenly. So just with that, we want to be intentional with how we're allowing the bar to travel. But yeah, really good speed through that whole flight. Definitely saw you were aware of your speed in those roll controls. Like I said, those look really good. And then, yeah, really good pitch control on that landing. Really good example of letting it go a little quick, being able to identify that, waiting, and then you notice there was still enough energy left over. You were able to soften that landing out. And then, yeah, you heard me encouraging you to push it a little bit more as your feet were on the ground, just to get in the habit of doing that. But, yeah, that one looked very good.
No way to guess what that texture is going to do.
Right.
So you just know where you want to go, what you want the glider to be doing, and you're flying that.
Okay. Right there. Okay, launching.
Time to control. Very good job.
That was awesome. Yes.
Awesome. Really smooth looking flight there. Definitely saw you reacting to a little bit of stuff in the air. I really like seeing as well. One of them, it did enter a little bit of a turn. You identified it immediately and got yourself right back on track. That's really awesome to see. That shows just very good awareness of what's going on and comfort, exercise, and control on the glider. Little bit of bumps at the bottom there, messing with the pitch. You did a good job maintaining control through that. And then one thing I really liked, I saw you definitely wanting to get distracted by the ground. You overrode that, kept using the pitch to make that landing happen. And yeah, notice just how much control we have there to just make that landing happen on our terms. So that looks really good.